There you go. So yeah, the curtain snapped, which is why it wasn't fully retracting, and I didn't actually drill into the first lever. I might have just marked it, but that's still actually the back of the case, so it showed me enough of the bolt to just drag that across, which was lovely. Sit in my van at night and do an intro and an outro to the video because I've got this new adapter that is wireless CarPlay to my van, and I didn't realise I've done a few videos, and when that's connected it'll video me but there's no sound, so I should have just done a voiceover and tried to lip sync. Right, so this video is again a mixture of some old videos that I've recorded just after we moved, right up to present. Actually, there's a few videos that are from last week, so yeah, enjoy it. It's a mashup. There's less of me talking than the last one. I had a lot to say on the last one, didn't I? But you're going to see this. This will be Sunday you get this. It's Tuesday. No, it's not. It's Monday at the moment of last week. Wow, I'm well confused. Yeah, I'm going to Rome tomorrow morning, so I've got this video ready. I'm not back till the weekend when you're going to be watching this, so I thought I'd do this video and get it all out there ready for you for Sunday, which is today that you're watching it. So enjoy the video and enjoy the video. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Right, doing a little job down for the shutter group down in Hove Lagoon, and we're overhauling loads of windows, getting some windows to open, changing the handles and stuff like that. But there was a door as well, which is a fire escape door. I'll show you some pictures of the handle. I forgot to bring it down to the van, but someone's tried to attack it up a fire escape. It's been ripped open. They didn't even know. It weren't until they said, oh, can you have a look at the door, make sure that's all working, and we realised that, yeah, someone's tried to attack it. So I put a temporary handle on because I don't have the right size, so I'm going to order them the new handle. The cylinder though on the outside was sticking out by about 10 or 15 mil, and it wasn't a thumb turn, and being an escape route it needs to be a thumb turn. So I don't have the correct size thumb turn in stock, but what I can use is my AP modular extension kit from Apecs. So where's that cylinder, Steve? There. So I can turn, I need a 35-50, so with the 50 being the thumb turn side. So I can now make this 35-35 thumb turn. I can make this into the size that I need. So I'm not going to show you the process because you need to go and do the training, but I will show you it once it's done, and I'll show you it all working. Right, so I've selected the right size extension bit. So once those all go in there, that'll be the right size for what I need. So I need to take this all apart, fit the extension bit, reassemble it, and then I'll show you it all working. There we go. So we've now turned a 35-35 thumb turn into a 35-50 using the modular kit up there. Like I said, it's a really good bit of kit. You get this when you do the training, this starter kit, and you get 4 of each size to increase the increments by 5 mil. The first increment you can do is 10 mil, and then it's 5 millimeters up from there. But you get everything you need. Get your Loctite, you get spare grub screws and springs, and then you get all your size bits and screwdriver, bit holder, bits in there. Yeah, fantastic. So I would highly recommend you get onto Apecs. If you use the AP cylinders, then I would highly recommend you get on and get this get this modular kit and get the training done, because you cannot do this without the training. It voids the British standard certification of the cylinders if you haven't done the training, and you can't actually buy the kit unless you've done the training. You get a unique code, like I said, which is coded to you as an individual, so you need that code when you order stuff. And then also, if there's ever a problem, that code obviously relates to you, and then they know that you was the one that fitted it. So there you go. Right, let's go and test it in the door. I'll just quickly show you, it is actually all working. Right, there we go. So we've got the 35 on the exterior, 50 on the inside, so that's the thumb turn all working, and you hold the cam to make sure it's all tensioned on there, which it is, and the key as well is all working again. So we're good to go. Right, so we'll go and get this fitted. I'll show you that working. All right, so this was the old cylinder. As you can see, it's well behind the handle on there. Not a thumb turn, and believe it or not, this is an escape route. There's a ladder that goes down there, but look what's sticking out on the front there. So that's how much is sticking out there. And then Stephen has just gone to get a bit of the handle that was on the outside, so that is what was on the outside. So someone's definitely had a go at trying to get in at some point. Like I say, I don't have the correct handle, so I had a temporary one, but I always keep temporary ones. So that one on the outside is just a temporary handle with all the new ones. But this is the new cylinder that we've just made with the Apecs modular kit to make it to the right side. So we can get this cylinder out now, and we'll fit this thumb turn in. Well, I've got to get this window back out. I'm standing on the world's sketchiest little fire escape to do it. This is the door that we've just done the modular Apex cylinder on. I've got to try and get that out. Actually doing a bit of work at my own house, my new house. This is it. We've got loads of sleepers they've been delivered. We're building a pond down the bottom of the garden. At some point, I was going to do it today, but the weather was shocking. But a little bit of a break in weather, so I'm putting a gate lock on. I ordered key-to-like cylinders for everywhere in the house. So we've got it for the garage, for the gate lock, the French doors, double French doors down there, and the front door as well. Now, the longest cylinder that I could get was a 60. This is a 50mm gate, and I could only get a 60/35. Now, obviously, the screw, the fixing point for the actual cylinders through there. So the actual cylinder comes, I don't know if you can see that, look, it comes flush, pretty much flush with the gate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, the modular kit. I'm going to make that one 10mm bigger. The smallest increment you can do is 10mm, and then it's 5mm from that. So I'm going to put a 10mm extension on there, and then I've got like an escutcheon to go on. So I'll get that done, I'll show you what it looks like. Right, there we go. So got the little 10mm extension piece just there. So that's just now going to protrude through the other side of the gate. Enough for me to now get a decent escutcheon on. It's all working. Look, literally takes less than 10 minutes to do this. So yeah, if you use the AP cylinders, I know the courses are busy at the moment, but try and get yourself on the course. You get the kit with it, and I mean, it's got me out of 2 situations in two days. One at my own house and one on a job yesterday. So it's yeah, great bit of kit. What I'll do, I'll quickly fit this now, and then I'll show you it all at the end with the escutcheon on. Right, there we go, guys. So that's the gate lock done. It's a little bit long on the inside, but they didn't have any 35s. That's a 40, so it comes in a little bit further than I want. But do you know what? It's on the inside of the gate, so I'm not that fussed. It's my own house, so there you go. Double throw on that, and just show you the outside as well. There you go. So that's better with the escutcheon round, and it comes out nicely. Looks much nicer than it would have done if it was flush with the with the gate. So there we go. Lovely. Right, just got my French doors and my front door to do. Look at this for a location. So I've been here before, I've done some work here for this guy. This is his holiday home. He's got a lovely house as well in Upfield. But this, for any of you Grace fans on ITV, this basically was a location. I watched it last night on telly. Their last episode of series 4 is basically part of it's filmed in this location, but if I just turn you around there, I don't even know if you can see properly over the cliffs. There's the Seven Sisters there, but it's absolutely stunning. I'll get some more video from out the back, but yeah, it's fantastic. Look at this. Stunning. Imagine this is your back garden, eh? Look at that. There's another one, mate. They were like that. There you go. Right, so this is the inner door done, so we've replaced the lock like for like, so that's locked there. I bought some nice cast iron handles because the ones that come with these locks are just cheap plastic ones, so I thought you would prefer the nice metal ones, iron ones. This escutcheon has come off of the door from the old lock there, so I've reused that over there, and on this side got the nice black lock with the cast iron handle, and that's that locked like that. And the 4 keys, this one only come with 1 key, so I've had 3 others cut. So you've got 4 keys for that lock, and then let me just turn that light off there and lock that up. And then the front door can be a bit fiddly finding that key on the back. The front door, obviously we've taken the big horizontal lockout that was in there and fitted the British standard 5-lever sash lock. The making good, obviously it doesn't look great until Ian's put some stain over it, but it's all filled. It's with the brown sort of filler that I have. I'm just trying to find the key for that one. That's the main keys. That's those keys. Here we go. So these are the keys. So this lock comes with 2 keys. So I've had the extra 2 keys cut for you. And that's that one. That's that locked like that. And just open it back up. And that's it. And obviously the new handles with the keyhole. And what I'll do, I'll put all of these 4 keys for that door back in there, hanging up, which is where the old ones were. And I'll give Ian all the other keys. Oh, I didn't show you this bit. Sorry, that's the keep. Obviously, this little bit here was already hanging off from the old lock, so that's not. I haven't damaged that. That's just yeah, how that was. Unfortunately, it sort of didn't cover it. But yeah, there's the bit on the frame as well. I've got to get that sheet into there, all the way down there, and it's as tight as anything. So we're going in. Let's see if this will squash down. Oh, it's going already. Oh, nearly there. Let me go this way. We have water. We have water in the pond. I filled it up last night and it's kept its level, so we've got no leaks, everything's dry around, so relief. CT1 is the stuff. We've put the treatment in for the chlorine, and we've put a bacteria bomb in, so just need to keep checking the levels now, and then when that's done we can go and get our fish back. Shit, man. All right, there we go, mate. So this is your back doors. Look at the state this is in, mate, honestly. I feel so bad for you, bud. This is your back door, so that's, you get 5 keys with that, so it's a new lock on there. And then the front door, you take it around. Front door, change the cylinder up there and the deadlock. I'll show you. You get 2 keys for both of these. Got a new cylinder there, new deadlock there. That's shut in. I'll show you this locking as well. There you go, it's locked. What I'll do with this is this lock can also be, this can be double locked. So from the outside, when I leave, I've got to grab my tools, but when I leave, if you put the key in and turn it that way, a full turn, that double locks the handles, just so if anybody did smash through there and try and pull the handle down or try and slip it, they can't. I mean, they ain't going to be able to get in anyway because of this one, bud. That's all locked. But yeah, if you send me the address where you are, and I'll drop all these keys around to you, mate. Cheers, bud. Look at this. So, placed an order yesterday with Locks for Vans. Super fast delivery, got to say that. But look at this. Look at this. As you can see, I've not even opened it yet. Let me see if I can get in there. I know exactly what it is. It is that, which is that. Look at that. So 1 key, giant box for 1 key, and £11.50 plus VAT for delivery. Come on, Locks with that. I'm not being funny. I know you probably have a flat rate for delivery, but £11.50 plus VAT for 1 key. That's down on the latch now. Basically, there's 2 arms on this that go through there, and they were bent, they've gone out of shape. So I've taken the lock apart, straightened them up. It's basically just wear and tear. From memory, I didn't fit this lock. I think I may have changed the cylinder there, but it was more this lock that I did. So yeah, it's not actually anything that I did. So I'll just ping you over a little invoice for my minimum charge. Cheers, mate. Right, I've got a situation here where a customer's got a sliding door to their garage, so it's got a hook bolt. They had a locksmith come out a little while ago because it wasn't engaging properly, but what he's done, he's screwed the keep to some rotten timber, and now the keep started to come away, so there's a bit of movement there. And now the keep started to come away and it's kind of hooked on to the lock, so we can't do anything at the moment. So I've got to try and get this open to start with, and then we can see what we're dealing with, and probably have to scarf a bit of timber out behind that to refix the keep. But first things first, let's get this open. Well, there's the hook, and you can see we've managed to bend the keep, getting the airbags in there. Like I say, it's rotten down here, so the screws are just pulling out there, but there is quite a good fixing at the top, so there we go. Right, so we straighten that bad boy out, and then try and do something. So try and do something with that. So the lock has actually failed. It's not unlocking, so we're going to whip this out and see if there's anything at all that we can do with this. Every day's a school day, right? So I mean, I've not seen one of these before, but if I just put that on there, might stabilise it for a sec. So what you do with these is when you turn the key, it lifts the levers and just lifts that up to that point there, which then allows you to slide the door, and then obviously you drop the key and it hooks back in. So that is how this operates. Pretty good. Right, so we can get that back in. We're just going to take it all apart. I'll show you the inside actually. So that's the mechanism inside. So like I say, I won't do it because they're all starting to go. But you turn the key, and as you turn the key, turn the levers, it just lifts that up to that position there for you to slide the door open, and then it drops back down. Very clever, I like it. In fact, it probably, because of the angle of that, it probably, as you shut it, you don't need to put the key in. It just slide up and then engage. Like it. Right, there we go. So we've just overhauled that. See that lift in there? And turn the key. So yeah, working lovely now. One thing I did notice is the springs on the levers kept popping out, and you could literally hear them, just one or two of them going ping. So as soon as they lift out, this wasn't working. So you've got to make sure that those lever springs are in position. But we can get this refitted into there now, and then we can look at sorting the keep out. So you've got to be really precise when you're putting the keep onto the frame there, because you've got this little bit of part of the lock that slots into that hole there, and then obviously once that's in, you release that. That's how it's locked and engaged. The hook is obviously coming down into that box. So got to make sure that there's not a lot of wiggle room at all there. So got to make sure that this is absolutely spot on for the frame there for this to work, which is probably what's happened before. It wasn't good enough. So let's mark. I'll shut the door. I'll take this back off. We'll shut the door. Mark that point there, in there somewhere, and then yeah, we'll try and line it up. There you go. I've marked the centre of that bolt there. You can see the hook there, but I'm using that as a point. So yeah, we'll try and line this keep up now. Right, there you go. So that's the point for the bolt to go into that point there. So I've just marked the centre point of that and then line it up with that. So I can screw this back in now, and then we can give it a test. Right, we're done here, guys. So as you can see, that's all lined up through there. I've had to ping the top of the keep out a fraction, because I'll try and show you this. If you line the door up, see it's tight down the bottom, and then there's a gap at the top of probably about 10 mil. There is some adjustment bolts up here, which we've tried to adjust the door to close that gap up, and they're just rusted, they're not moving at all. What I've done there is just pulled this keep out of fraction, packed it out with some screws behind, put some big thick screws in there because this has been adjusted loads. So I've put some big thicker screws in to make sure that there's a good fixing. And that's it. So basically it works as in, once you close the door, this just lifts up and then latches. Yeah, it drops back down, so it latches, and then to open it, you just turn the key 180 and that lifts up, that latch there. So that's latched, that's locked there, and then you just turn the key 180, pull it, and that's it. So we're all done, realigned, lovely. Well, like I say, every day's a school day. I didn't realise that you can actually lock this lock as well, so that's now locked and it stops that from pushing up. Would make sense, otherwise you can get a tool in here and you could, you know, behind there and slip it. So it wasn't doing that. So I went and called the customer, said to him, yep, we're all done, and he went, oh, it's not locking, and the key would only lock to about, or go to about there, and then wouldn't do a full turn. So I've just taken the lock all back out, just made sure everything was clean. And I mean, if didn't find anything, put it all back, and now it's working fine. I think what it is there's a metal strip around the back of the case, and I don't think that was sitting properly, which is probably why it wasn't working. But now, so that's latched, as you can see, and lock in, and that's double lock now, that's proper. I really like this lock. If anybody knows the name, I'm sure there'll be a few people out there that know the name, but if you know the name of it, I'm going to Google it anyway, but put it in the comments down below. I like this lock.
And Ben did get a screwdriver or something to open this, and it didn't work. So I don't know what to do really.
Right, we're all done. So this is the new lock. So just to show you, it's now working. So that's closed, locked, unlocked, and open. And obviously gaining entry, we've managed to do it without causing any damage. So yeah, that's it. We are all done. Hello bud, right, that's the new gearbox done. This is your old one. As I took it out, all of those bits there fell out of the back, and obviously these were just falling out, so somebody would have got locked out fairly soon, and the bolt wasn't retracting fully. So, but as you can see now, so that's obviously out in, and when I pull the handle now, everything's retracting back, which it wasn't before. It was all sticking out still. So that's that done, and obviously the new thumb turn, that's locked, unlocked, and then from this side with the key, that's locked, and then with this you have to open it with the key, handle down, and then finish it off with the key, and that retracts the latch. All right bud, thanks mate. The problem we've got is the latch is getting stuck. I will try and see if we can get it to work. Worst case, we're going to have to change the gearbox, but yeah, so what's happening, without that retracting back out, popping back out, the door just won't lock. So that's how you'd throw it, and you'd turn the key, and it's getting to that point there, and it just won't lock. So we'll whip out the whole mechanism and see if we're able to repair this. Right, found out the problem. This little spindle here is like a latch function. Some handles have a tiny little button that you can pull round, which will put this on the latch. So you can basically pull the handle, turn the little knob, and it'll leave the latch back there. Although your handles haven't got it, this has obviously at some point jumped, and it kind of put that on the latch. So everything else now is all working properly. So that's all retracting now, as you can see, and that mimics lifting the handle. This will mimic locking the door with the key, and as you can see, that's all locking, so we're all good. So just a little repair and we can get this back in the door, and I'll show you it all working at the end. Right, there we go, we are done. So That's now locking. That's locked. That's unlocked. So what I would say is this bottom bolt is becoming a bit lazy. So if you just watch that now, oh, it's actually worked all right there. No, it's actually working all right now. Just a minute ago, that was just popping out by a couple of mil, which can sometimes indicate that the gearbox is getting a bit lazy. So we just, that's locked, and that's unlocked. There we go. So we're all done. Thank you. Hi Eleanor. Right, so this is the bathroom window done. This was the one that had broken hinges. So now that's all opening. These are the new hinges. I've given them all a good soak with some lubricant, which will help to protect them. And a new handle as well on this one. So that's that one done. This one here was just stiff to open, so the hinges have been lubricated, so have the keeps, and a new handle. So now this one's opening and locking, which it wasn't before. So that's that, and then I'll show you the other room. And this was the other two windows. So this window was completely jammed, so we managed to get it open. Put a brand new mechanism in there, which is this bit here. Whole new mechanism going down there. So that's now opening and closing lovely. And again, this one here was a little bit stiff. We've lubricated it and it's now opening, closing and locking. Got the door open. The reason why it's not opening with an FB2 key is because this long bit here is hitting, through the keyhole, it's hitting the other side of the door. So the key isn't going in far enough, basically. So all I need to do is get a drill through the lock, drill a hole into the back of the door a little bit. I'll try not to come out this side of it, but drill a small hole just so the key can go in a little bit further, and then it should work. But yeah, there's just, when they fitted it, they just haven't done that. I've got a set of skeleton keys, which has got an FB2 shaped key, so I was able to open it with that. Obviously because it hasn't got that long bit on there. So yeah, I'll just go and get a drill, and then that should work. All right, there we go. So the key's now going in further because I've just drilled a hole in there. So now that's working fine. So it doesn't need replacing. It's all good. So I'll shut that, lock it up, and that's it, we're done. There you go, keys are back in the key safe as well. Oh, no, not, don't fit. Oh, I remember this being a problem last time actually, but and after attempting about 85 times to get the keys to fit in there, I think the keys, no they're not, it still won't shut. 209 attempts now. Oh my God. What is going on here? No, can't get that to shut. Wow. Right, the keys, I promise you they're in there. I'm not opening it again, but it is locked and the keys are in there. That was harder than the job I had to do. Yeah, so this is done. Basically, the door was really, really tight. So it had swollen and it had gone really tight. But now I've adjusted this, the keep. So I've moved the keep in this way a little bit just to give that a little bit of movement. Which when I fit these, I always have that anyway, so I know that's how I know it basically swollen up. But now it's just working just like that. So, and there's that tiny little bit of movement again. But yeah, that's it, all done. Right guys, right, so yeah, what I've done, to show it's all working now. It's working really easily. So yeah, basically I think probably where it hadn't been used for a while, that all the latches, there's 3 on here, they weren't retracting fully to start with, but now I've serviced them and that's all, they're all retracting. They were sticking out about that much before, which is probably why we weren't getting in, and the key was getting sort of stuck at that position. But I think, well, I've just kept doing that and it's worked its way, and I've put GT85 in all of these. We've also adjusted the door because it was catching along the bottom, which also wasn't helping. and I've moved the door over a bit closer to the frame here because it was a bit too close to this side. So I've evened the gaps up, made all the adjustments. So that's locked, and now I just literally do it with one hand now. So that's locked. All working lovely. Thanks, guys. Good morning, guys. I've got a lovely little helper down there today. We've got, this door is a sliding door. It's got a claw lock, a union claw lock on there. Not union, sorry, a leggy. But you can see through there that the case is yellow. So we've got a leggy claw lock. The customer said he was playing up for a while. He took it all out. He said a bit of metal come out, and he locked it. Now he can't unlock it. And the bit of metal that he showed me that's come out is part of the curtain. So I've just snapped the key, trying to just wiggle it open. But it's not going to get jammed at that point there. So it'll turn that way and relock fully, but it won't completely unlock. So we're going to have to do a little drill on this one and see if we can get this one to get it to open. Right, so we're just about on the case now, so we will have to get one of the flat end burrs now. Probably, no, not that one. Maybe that one there. Go with the flat end so that you don't hit the levers. Otherwise, if you go with a normal drill bit, you can squash all the levers together. Then it's a world of pain. This is why I hate drilling locks. Stop and check. Stop and check always with this. Yeah, a bit more. Yeah, we're getting a bit further in, but still a way to go yet. And that, ladies and gents, is how you... Oh. There's the lock. I actually caught the first lever, look. Unreal. I think being in the rain and just want it's actually the sun, well, it's a bit of blue sky up there now, but yeah. I'm going to quickly whip these out, see what's going on, but well, I know the curtain's broke. I might see if I've got a curtain. If I have and they've got a spare key, or I mean, they can even take that to be cut and it'd save changing the whole lock. If not, I'll just change the lock. I think I've got a claw lock in the van. There you go. So yeah, the curtain snapped, which is why it wasn't fully retracting, and I didn't actually drill into the first lever. I might have just marked it, but that's still actually the back of the case, so it showed me enough of the bolt to just drag that across, which was lovely. Right, what I'm doing, I've taken a curtain out of a brand new deadlock. Reason being is the only claw lock I've got is this one, but it's only a 3 lever, so I'd be downgrading basically, and I don't like doing that. Customer's got a spare key and they can get another key cut because obviously the head's broke on that other one, but the only difference really between this one, the broken one, and the new one, from what I can see, is it's got that little bit there and that little bit there on this curtain, and it hasn't got it on there. So if that fails it and it means it doesn't work, I'll file these down. I'll just file them off because the actual shape of it is the same. And then that should work. I think that should work in the old lock. And then all I've got to do is, at some point, I'll get a replacement curtain. I don't know if you can buy them, actually. If you can't buy the curtains, I'll wait till I change a leggy out. Or I've probably got one in my training room, actually. I can just whip the curtain out and replace it in there, and it's back to a brand new lock. Okay, so that's the new curtain in. So we've just got to pull the lever pack in, and then we'll give it a test. So I've just put it all back together and tried the key. We've got a spare key as well, but it's not the curtain is stopping it from actually locking and unlocking. So these two little raised areas there, oops, sorry, there and there, are causing it to not function properly. So I'm gonna have to try and probably get the Dremel on it and file these down and see if we can get them a bit flatter. Right, so that's the curtain bits filed down. So hopefully, I'll put this in now and that should, he says, that should work. We'll give it a go. Right, it's all back together and it's working. So, I can show you with one hand. There you go. You kind of get the gist. It's all working, the curtain's working. So, just got to fill the hole in the door, get the lock back in and put the cover scotch on and we'll be done. Right, there we go guys, there's my little mate. That's now done and locked. Unlocked. We are done. Oh yeah, this is a video for John, basically explaining what happened with this rogue locksmith that he's had the unfortunate dealings with. Basically, if you're locked out from this door, John had an Ultian, I think it was a 1-star cylinder, which they can be tricky to open. So you'd still have a go at trying to bypass that and trying to pick it, trying to bump it, trying to do whatever you can. This is a new cylinder that John's fitted temporarily. So if you weren't able to pick it, you can go in through the letterbox, and we've got tools as locksmiths that would then get onto the thumb turn on the inside, because there's a on John's Ultian lock, his original lock that the other locksmith, so-called locksmith, has destroyed, had a thumb turn as well. So you can get in the letterbox with a tool and you can get onto that thumb turn and you can just unlock the door. There was absolutely no need for him to drill that lock whatsoever. And even by drilling the lock, there's absolutely no need, after he's done that, to remove the complete strip, because by drilling the lock doesn't ruin the mechanism itself at all. All you do is you have to replace that cylinder. So I'm not sure why he's ruined, or sorry, taken all of this mechanism out and taken it with him. But yeah, absolute fraudster. So I've now got to give John a price to replace that mechanism. Now I believe that John got charged £540 for getting in his house last night and having this overnight gearbox fitted. And 8 o'clock at night on a lockout of this sort of type, whether it be picking it or going through the letterbox, any decent locksmith would be able to get John in without causing any damage whatsoever for about £110. So he's definitely been scammed here. Right, so this is the job where the 49er come, drilled the lock for absolutely no reason when there's a letterbox and there was a thumb turn on the inside. Yeah, anyway, and he took the mech with him. So we fitted the high security Yale universal all the way up there, and the keeps down there. So this one is secure again, working lovely. And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, they'll probably, I'm in Rome now, or I've been in Rome. probably just got back, so there's no work for me to video, so there'll be no video next week probably. So I'm normally a couple of weeks behind with my videos, so it gives me time to film them, edit them, and get them out on YouTube. So have a great week, guys, and catch you soon. Love you all.